We're back, baby. Everybody had a great long weekend. We're back at the grind. I spent the last few days just chilling. If you were here last stream, you may remember it was our 3-year stream anniversary. So I took a little bit of time to myself. I went tubing yesterday. But it's time to get back to the charts, time to get back into the trades, and we have something special coming up here very shortly. Very, very shortly. Let me see. 7 hours, 8 hours to go. May. Sell in May and walk away, they say. This wasn't the best May to sell and walk away. We did hit a 2-year low. Maybe at the start of May it was a good time, but maybe not as prime. I don't know. Not as clear cut. It's good to have everyone back. We're going to find our way back in here slowly. Trickle back in. Don't forget. Smash the likes and subscribes. I'm just pinging everybody. Smash the likes and subscribes. Let's get this stream going. Let's get a little hype going because I have a feeling it's going to be an interesting 8 hours. I don't think we're going to make it 8 hours, but we'll see what happens. If it's spicy enough, it's not impossible. Let me make sure these tunes are playing. I think they're very quiet tunes. Don't forget to vote in the poll. We got a little poll going where we think Bitcoin is going next, basically. Smash that poll. Smash the likes. Smash the subscribes. I'm really just stalling as I post this crap everywhere. Give me a second. And we should be good to go. Should be good to go. Looks good. Looks good. All right. Get my bearings back. It's been a little bit. Pause that. My hair looks crazy. That's okay. If you're on Twitter, that's the tweet for this stream. Give it a little love. If you're here, even if you don't have Twitter, show a little love in the chat. Just send us a message. Let us know that you're here. What's up, man? What's up, John, Mavi, Robbie, my boys here. Thrizzle to the moon. Well, I don't know if we're at the moon yet, but hey, at least we're looking at the moon. We weren't looking at the moon just like last stream. What's up, Enso Mining, breaking the streams? Streamginity, thank you for taking that. Thank you. Thank you. I lost one of my tabs. What? There we go. We're down a tab. We're good. All right, so we're going to start here. This makes the most sense. As we do see, May come to a close. We've been seeing a pattern over the last year or so that I think is important for us to keep in mind. Let me pull that up. Ooh, too loud. Cinderella Boy. It's not a Cinderella Boy type of day. Yeah, this is a low beats kind of day. Low beats. So let's zoom on in. Let's take a drink from the chart. Cheers. And we're actually going to start out again because I'm going to tell a little story here. May is the second month of the second quarter of 2022. 222222. And as of today's close, we're going to have just 1 month left. I want to tell a little story for those of us who may not remember or maybe have forgotten since then. I don't know. We have seen some pretty interesting quarterlies. Very tight price action. We saw a wick to the upside in the last quarter of the last year. We saw a wick to the downside in the first quarter of this year. I want to remind everyone that between the start and the end of the last 2 quarters, we have seen volatility. The last quarter of last year traded up very high and then into the close sold off and created this thin-bodied candle. Pretty much the exact opposite happened in the previous quarter in Q1 of this year. We saw the quarter trade down very low before finding buyers into the end of the quarter, and it settled with a very thin body again. We see that right here. So we are definitely looking for some interesting price action on this close. With a month left now, we may see upside. We may see some significant upside in June as the quarter comes to the close. And this isn't really based on TA. It's not really based on anything other than that's how we've seen these big time frames close over the last, well, now this is going to be 9 months. So it's an interesting thought, maybe not something to bet on, but we have a similar setup. You know, we traded very low. This candle looked very different before it got bought up. And the same thing happened in the previous quarter. So it's something to just keep an eye on And we're going to definitely have some price points here. 35K is going to be a very spicy, very possible, certainly for this quarter. But as we zoom in now to the monthly, as May draws to an end, not impossible to see May close above 35K. That's why the poll is out. I want to see your guys' thoughts. That would be a 9% gain. I believe we closed yesterday with a 7% gain. So that would be quite an upside. That would be a lot to ask for, but this is Bitcoin. We've seen very little relief. We've seen very little bouncing. And so I don't think it's impossible. I don't think I'm going to bet on that. But it's something to keep in mind for today. If May can settle above 35,000, we have a very interesting setup all of a sudden. It will have held the previous monthly lows. 9%, little under 8 hours to go. It might be a far shot. It might be hopium, but not impossible. Certainly not impossible. May opened all the way up at 37.6. That does seem like a lot to ask for 8 hours. We've seen bigger moves in shorter time periods. But I'm looking for 35 today. We'll see what happens there. For the first time. This is May 28th. Why do I have all this stuff on here? It's supposed to be a clean chart. Let's get rid of a bunch of this. For the first time in a while, we're seeing some bullish engulfing potential here on the weekly. Now we are 1 day, 1.5 days, a little bit over 1.5 days into May, and we are on a bullish engulfing candle for the weekly. So we have an important price value we're going to mark on our new chart here, and that's going to be 30,258. Price in this week, trading below, is going to invalidate or remove that bullish engulfing on the weekly. Actually, I have a question for you guys if you're out there watching. I have a fan directly pointed at me because it is a scorcher out. Can you guys hear the fan? Let me know if you can hear the fan. I might turn it off if it's distracting. We'll see. But this is beautiful. This is beautiful. For months, it seems, or weeks and months, we've looked at these long time frames and we've said, man, these charts, there's just nothing here that looks good. Nothing. And with this green solid bodied candle on the week, I think that that's going to change. I myself have not even looked yet. But let's take a peek at what our indicators are telling us. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I wanted to see. It's pretty logical to assume that we're going to see momentum chilling out because we haven't seen any kind of upside bounce. The weekly RSI in the dirt. Interesting setup back here in March of 2020. We had pretty much a double bottom now of RSI. This was the March COVID crash. The weekly dropped like a rock. It brought weekly RSI to 33. We zoom in. You see, that's right about where we were. Potentially, we even went lower, painting a bullish divergence as our price was not pulled down as low. But RSI was pulled lower. So this is an interesting setup. We have been speculating about a weekly bullish divergence on RSI. And with a strong week this week, still 5 days to go, lots of time for things to go different directions. Still lots of time for things to go up or down with this in the week. But we are seeing our very first signs of reversal. And if you've watched stream after stream after stream, you would know this was not the case, or at least we were identifying this as not the case. We saw nothing. We saw no weakness in the bear's grip on the market, and now we may be seeing that. Weekly histogram on MACD, we see potential for our first waning momentum candle right here, baby. 5 days to go. If that closes, waning momentum, we're looking for the same setup we've seen, let's see, last year and again this year. Looking for that momentum to roll over, find buyers, and push price back up, hopefully for some kind of retrace. Market Cipher, actually better than I would have assumed. Market Cipher has been telling us this downtrend, even maybe as far back as here. We could have said Market Cipher was leaning bearish for the bears among us, maybe back in November with this lower high with some bearish divergence painted. But we see some great things on Market Cipher, and what an awesome time to shout out real quick to our sponsors. This channel is brought to you by Market Cipher and Phemex. You see me using Market Cipher here all day, every day while I trade. It is a phenomenal tool. I highly recommend it. Phemex, you're going to watch us trade on Phemex here just in a minute. up to $4,100 on deposit bonus. I don't know. You use these things anyway. If you're going to use an exchange to trade or you're going to use some premium indicators, check out the links in the video description below. Use my codes. It helps our stream out, helps support us. Costs you nothing. Well, costs you nothing extra. Yeah. But Market Cipher here showing us some goodies. Weekly MACD. This is what's catching my eye. Weekly MACD may even be positive. Yep, we have a little peak right here. We see that peaking into the positive territory after remaining below zero all throughout April and all throughout May. We see our momentum pinching, and it's giving us our little green dot. Market Cipher went from very, very bearish. You can see how that was very different. If we kind of go back in time and look at it this way, this was not bullish looking. And with just that little bit of upside, we're seeing momentum pinch. It is off of a lower low. So that's not the most bullish sign, but we're seeing momentum pinch. We're seeing Market Cipher indicate we are looking at a bottom of some kind. That doesn't mean it's the bottom, but we are looking for some kind of either local bottom or potentially structural bottom. Money flow is still a problem. It's still trending down pretty heavily, but that may level off here with really won't take that much more upside. Really won't take a lot of upside for that to start looking decent. Well, not. So it's excellent. That's excellent in my opinion. Going from what we've seen day in and day out to a little bit of weakness, a little bit of upside potential, a little bit of indicators curling, pinching, twisting, rolling over, whatever you want to call it. I'll take it. And a green candle. This is an interesting take on the weekly here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weekly red candles in a row. That was a record. Do I have TD sequential on here? Let's see what TD sequential said. We're on 8. I was hoping for a 9. We're on 8 for TD sequential. I'm not going to go into how this works. I don't really trust TD sequential. Maybe it works better with other assets, but the 9 or the 7 is usually where you're going to look for some kind of reversal. Maybe the 13. I don't remember. But what was interesting is we saw a series of lower lows into May 16th, where we failed to set a lower low. We pointed that out live on stream, and we said, yeah, we have more red candles here. This still doesn't look great, but something we should pay attention to is we have stopped setting lower lows. That's still true. We have not broken 25.3, and now we're actually trading significantly above 25.3. 25% actually. 25% off the low. That's not bad. That's quite a bounce. I mean, not quite a bounce, but that's a different picture than maybe last week when we were looking. Ooh, actually, no, I like that. Our 0.5 retrace from our 48K to 25.3K sitting right there at that monthly level that we're looking for May to close. It's that 0.5 right here, baby. 37.7, our real target, our 618 sitting at previous weekly support, potentially looking to be tested as resistance. And so these are our logical spots. If we see continuation on this weekly, this is where we're looking. 35K, 37.7, break those, and the picture does shift. Now, there is going to be significant sellers at both of these points, in my opinion, myself included. On these trades, I will look to close pieces of my longs or add to short. But things are looking okay. A little bit of a bounce here would not be crazy. It's like that analogy we use, a bow and arrow. You pull the bowstring back, and the harder you pull back, the farther you pull it back. When you let it go, the faster the arrow launches. So that's what we're looking for here. You can imagine these red candles as the bowstring being pulled back. This arrow is ready to launch. We don't know how far it'll go, but it's ready to launch. It's got plenty of potential kinetic energy stored up there, and I'm liking that. Let's zoom it into the day. So what's going on today? How might we adjust our trades that we have going on? Yesterday's candle, beautiful close. We do see that's the highest daily close since the 8th of May. We had our daily resistance, which we closed above yesterday. Today, we did see it back tested at 31.3. So this daily candle actually set up pretty nicely. If we have a solid close today, we have the back test of the previous resistance after closing above it. That's not a bad setup. At the moment, a little bit of a double top, or at least currently a double top on the daily price-wise at 32.2. That's going to be a vital price point for anyone scalping or intraday trading. That's going to be the place that you'd likely look to take profit on longs or open shorts. 31.3 in the opposite. Look to open shorts, close, or open longs, close shorts. Look at the daily. So this is still not beautiful, but definitely better than we were. Better than we were. We were streaming all through this, and we were saying this is some of the ugliest market cipher we've seen. Money flow is just draining out. Momentum seems to have no chill. But where were the bids? There were just no bids. Something I like here on the daily. So we've gone from, I think last stream I said 10 out of 10 bears or something, or 9 out of 10 bears. All of a sudden we have more bullish indications here. Momentum actually has reached 0. Momentum has finally recovered. All the way back on April 8th, momentum fell below 0, became negative, and just seemed unable to catch any kind of bids. In the last 24 hours, momentum has been pulled back to positive, and here's something I like. It's not the strongest signal on market cipher that I can come up with, but I like this kind of V-shape top. It looks more U-ish, but when it comes, if you zoom out, make it a little thinner, you can see that V-shape right here. That could be our swing low and money flow. And the only reason I actually even suggest that is if we take a look at VWAP, we see that VWAP's coming off of a higher low. We had a lower low here into a higher low, and the reverse is true on the upside. We had a higher high, and now we have a higher high. Speaking of higher highs, hit that like button. Let's get 420. 420 likes. We do it almost every stream. Let's do it this stream. Oh, there's a hair in my nose. Blue. Yeah. Risks of streaming live and having a dog. I like this VWAP. This VWAP is very strong. It's like a monolith. This is pulling price up. This is attracting price to the upside. So while this still is not super bullish, much more bullish than we've seen it in a month, period. In my opinion, in a month. And you might be able to just tell by looking at the candles. I don't know if that takes a scientist, but we'll look at our indicators anyway, because that's what we do. Momentum on the daily faked us out for 3 days, starting on the 26th, and started regaining. Started accelerating again to the upside on our histogram. That's solid. We had 0 reversal signals. Now we're starting to see these signals that are leaning bullish. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Steps, right? Something I like about daily RSI here. So we're still on kind of the macro-y picture. I like that the moving average for RSI, that band here, is acting as support. On the 18th, we saw it tested and bounced. And on the 27th, we saw it tested and bounced. And now RSI is making its way back up to the 50 range. That's where dreams are born. They're born above 50. So we're seeing a little bit of upside, a little bit of bullishness. Is it a dead cat bounce? Man, that's a missed opportunity. Really could have had a good opportunity here for clickbait, dead cat bounce, or dump. Maybe I'll rename it as we stream. We'll see. 33.6 would be our 618 retrace. Pretty logical target up there as well. Pretty logical. Things aren't looking bad. Maybe, let's see where our moving averages are at. Okay, we're above the 20. The 50 is guarding that 35,000 mark. So a test of the 50 daily moving average would put us right at that monthly support, the previous monthly support. 100 and 200 still kind of soaring above price. Something about moving averages and price you guys should know is moving averages are always seeking out price, and prices are always seeking out moving averages. So you'll see those pretty much always coming together. They're almost always going... their trajectories are always looking to cross. They follow each other. So as these move down, though, unfortunately, that gives us lower targets. But price does look to move and test them. The 200 has been untested since all the way back here. When we hit 48K, our perfect short entry back in March, we have not touched the 200 again. And if you look back at Bitcoin's history, you'll see that it does tend to kind of hover around it. It does tend to hover around it. The longer you stay away from it, usually the faster it snaps back towards it. So that's definitely in play. I like where the 100 is. 100 sitting around that 37.7 retracement level we're looking for. So on the daily, on the weekly, we're starting to see the first signs of potential reversal. I like that. That makes me less bearish than in previous streams. Let's take a peek at the 12. 12 looking to cross bullishly. Man, when was the last time anything crossed bullishly? I don't know. But the 20 and 50 are looking to cross bullishly here. Maybe June 1st even. I could see that happening as early as June 1st. Nice. Price is right above it. Not a bad spot to be. You are going to have to grapple with a little bearish divergence on the 12-hour here. This high is not exceeding this high back here in early May, yet our RSI is higher, so we can infer bearish divergence here if this rally gets stopped. That's why a short position or a short hedge position might not be crazy, might not be terrible. We see our highs have come down, but our RSI has moved up. So that's the recipe for bearish divergence, but we need one more element in that recipe, and that is downside price action. So we need to see a rejection. So far, we have not. In fact, the 12-hour, we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green candles in a row. We've not seen a rejection yet. This is a good setup. This is a good setup. Price can push higher. If it can break past 40K, then that higher RSI is no longer an issue. At the moment, we're trending. We're trending up. Really no doubts about it. Go down to the 6. Huge push to the upside on the 6. We see money flow finally coming back to green. Possibly with an hour and 30 minutes left, a little bit of that momentum's waning off. RSI up in overbought territory. I like it though. I like this setup. I like this setup. This reminds me a lot of last year, May, June, July. We saw... Let me see if I can zoom back all the way here. We saw this. Well, price doesn't look exactly the same. We saw it shoot up, kind of consolidate back on that previous resistance, and then run. So I hope we see something similar to that. I hope. Let's go down to the nitty gritty, down to the 5. Let's see where we're at, because this is going to influence what I do today here live. Money flow green. Our highs are coming down. That's not great though. Momentum, our highs up, but VWAP's down. A little bit of a bullish bias there, a little bit, but seen a little downside there. RSI though and MACD not showing a bearish divergence here locally on the 5. I think I'm going to lean a little bit more bull. What does the 1 minute have to say? Ooh, I like that. I like that. Like that. 15 consolidating with our highs coming down, our lows coming up. This is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. 30-minute holding on to the bullish price action though. 30-minute, here's what I like. We're seeing this 30-minute momentum's finally peaking to positive. Onto the 45, kind of following that up. We see that it's not positive, but it's very much rolling over. The momentum on the 45-minute is losing steam to the downside, and it's just approaching that 0 line. Here it is again on the 30. So you see the 30 just rolled over. The 45 is looking to roll over. If we see the hourly, which we do in the same condition, we could see another leg to the upside. Right on. Right on. I like this positive money flow. I don't like kind of this dip here, but it's getting pulled back up again, so I'm actually not too worried. And the 45 telling us we're being paranoid. Chill out. Look at this, baby. Look at this. You have a low. You defended that low with a higher low after a higher high. You have another low, and it's defended again after another higher high. So what are we looking for? Looking for that same trend to continue out. Bulls are finally here, it looks like, as of the 28th, holding on to a little bit of their strength. What we were seeing in the last few weeks was essentially the bulls... markets are essentially... Bears and bulls are just different actors, different parties, taking turns. They're battling it out on these different time frames. And what we saw over the last few weeks was every time the bulls were up to bat, they were just striking out. Immediately getting sold into, immediately getting hammered. This is the first time we're seeing it not instantly get hammered. Not bad. Not bad. We might have a spicy Q2 ahead of us yet. We might have a spicy Q2 ahead of us. Actually, really quick, I want to show you guys something. I will find this. I will find this to gloat later. Nah, not really to gloat. I'll find what episode we talked about this. This was a long time ago. I think it was back here in maybe early 2022, possibly even late 2021. We talked about 2 macro patterns. If anyone remembers that. If you remember that, smash the like button. And if you don't remember that, what's up, Mr. Poppy? Smash the like button anyway. The more you smash the likes and subscribes while we're live, YouTube then goes and shows this stream to more people. We've only had 1 person subscribe. I'm going to guess our likes are low. We want to get that engagement up. So in fact, if you're here at all, just put anything in the chat. You can just spam if you want for a little bit. Get a few minutes of spam. I'll just throw a little spam in there myself. Let's get the engagement up. Engagement also counts, voting in the poll, etc. So in this video long ago, I'll find it. I'll find the date. We said I see 2 macro patterns here. I have no way of knowing which one's going to play out, but I only see price moving in these 2 ways. The first one, which is invalid now, was a flat top with our lows coming up. That's our favorite pattern to break to the upside. There we go. Spam it. Anything. I love you guys. Love you guys. We had that in play until we broke down, what? January of this year. So this was invalidated. No. That leaves us only with 1 more pattern, and luckily that pattern is not invalidated yet, and that is this. What this creates is essentially a broadening wedge. People will call it a running flat, something like that. We were talking about this a long time ago. We speculated that price would only maybe go down to like 27, like just under last year's swing low. And what happens then is essentially it's a stop hunt. You have a lot of positions caught here. You move price a little bit lower. They hit stops. Price did trade down to 25 on Coinbase. We were saying maybe 27. Went lower on Coinbase. Some exchanges did hold around 27. But this is still in play. Provided 25 isn't broken, this is absolutely in play. We're still looking for this running flat pattern. It doesn't have to look exactly like this. It could be much chiller. It could be like something like that. Basically, it is validated at a higher high with a higher low, then breaking that higher high again. So that second pattern still in play down here. It would suggest that we'd see some pretty intense upside candles. We haven't gotten that yet. But as long as 25 holds, we're still in that second pattern and we're still kind of solid. What that does suggest, not financial advice, guys. None of this is financial advice. I haven't even said that. What that suggests, though, is that we have a very logical stop. We have a very logical stop. I'm about to show you the live trades that I've had open since the last stream. And they're a little different than usual. I made a video about Ethereum recently. It was a little clickbaity title, but the value in it was great. And the trade, the long position that we're still in, was from that video using very similar logic to Bitcoin. Ethereum was the stronger trade in my opinion because the invalidation was closer to price. So pattern 2 still in play. Still in play, baby. Let's see if, yep. Let's just leave this drawn. Pattern 2. Something like that. To create this. This is a very bullish pattern if it plays out. We don't know yet. Of course, it hasn't happened. But that's what I'm speculating. We've speculated this for months. After our first pattern was invalidated, this is all we have. So, Ethereum. Well, no. Let's go to the trades. Here's the trades I have open. They're not huge, but they're open, and they're opposing. So, essentially, what I've been doing, I took a long on Ethereum. Let's go to Ethereum. I took a long on the Ethereum chart. Back here. Or no, not back here. All the way down here. When I released that video. All the way down here. At 1770-ish. Why? Why on earth, Tom, are you trading Ethereum? You don't even like Ethereum. Well, that trade's up 54, 55%. The reason and the logic behind this trade was so simple. It was so simple. Hopefully you guys could have read between the lines in that video. So simple. Check this out. Ready? When I released that video, it was right here. May 27th, I believe. May 27th. Here's the logic. Like all trades, you want to have a trade theory. You want to have a reason. You want to have logic of some kind behind it. It doesn't have to be the same as mine, but that involves having a place you're looking to take profit, a place that you're looking for invalidation, and a place for an entry. So this was just the easiest, brain deadiest trade here was, all right, I will take a long, and if price trades below this swing low, which was 1700, this chart's empty, but this is also the macro support for Ethereum. You zoom back to 2021, you see back here, the 1700 area, super important to this chart. So I made the bet of, well, I can go long, and if it goes below this macro support, then I'm out. This isn't a position that is really for holding. You see right there on the dot 1700. It's not really a holding position, but it was a very good probability bet because the invalidation point was so close. You could have taken it anywhere here and said, all right, if it goes lower than 1700, I'm out. Break the low or let me ride this long up. And as you can see, that's what happened. This is a 5x leverage. I don't really promote using leverage. I don't typically leverage trade. I do more so on stream. I maybe open one leverage trade a year in my own portfolio. I do a lot more of it here on the stream because it's entertaining. So know your risks. Know your risks if you're going to leverage trade, please. Don't if you don't know everything I just said, you're not leverage isn't for you yet. But that was a solid brain dead trade, and now we're 55% up on 5x. Not bad. I have a corresponding though short open on Bitcoin, which is looking a little ugly. But I hedged my bets here. What I'm looking to do is stop at around 34,000. 34,000. If that hits before I close this short, if we don't see downside price action, I may look to reopen it around 37. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to make a gap here. If it goes to 34, I'm going to wait it out for 37. Because I think the probability is very good if it breaks 34 that it's headed to 37 for that 618 retrace. I'll try to reopen there. If I get stopped out again, then I'm probably going to hold my my shorting until maybe around the 48 area one more time. At that point, it will be a portfolio hedge position, which means I'll have it on 1 or 2x, and I'm just going to leave it there to try to collect funding / hedge my portfolio for a black swan event. So these trades are actually going pretty good. What you'll notice though is the Ethereum long is up 30 or 56%, and the Bitcoin short is down 20. These even out to a net profit. However, that Bitcoin position is actually larger, and it will eat up the profits from that Ethereum trade if price continues to the upside. A risk I'm prepared for. I know you can see I have my stop losses here. I have moved the stop loss up on the Ethereum trade. It originally was, as I said, below that 1700 mark. But since we saw pretty nice upside action, you can see this is the entry right here. This is now my stop loss. So this trade is a W. No matter what happens, this is going to be a W. It can't not close in profit, basically. But I moved it up after I saw, I think, Ethereum trade, I think past about 1930. I moved it up here, and I'm essentially making the bet that you're going to hold this low, Ethereum. You're not going to trade lower than 1900. I could probably move it up again. You're not going to trade lower than 1900. And if you do, then I don't want to be in this long again. I don't want to be in this long anyway. So I have essentially hedged my leverage positions here where I theoretically am making money in either direction. However, I have that threat of BTC rallying, and that will eat that position up. So this is not a super comfortable position to be in. Not the most comfortable. What's up, the bike guy mobile? You're the second subscriber. Only 2. I don't know how many people we have you in, but it's great to have you, my friend. Also, guys, jump in the Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord for the after stream live airdrop. You'll get some Satoshis. I loaded up the Bitcoin wallet because I didn't want to keep dropping altcoins on you guys. I want to make you all Bitcoin holders, even if it's only a few cents over time. You don't have to do anything. Just verify when you're in the server to keep the bots out, and you'll get the airdrop. That's it. So jump in there. Best way to keep up with the live streams and the community. Lots of good stuff on there. So that is the rhyming and reasoning of my trades here. Rhyming and reasoning. If I was a smarter man, did I fill? I did fill. So the fills since the last live stream, let's see. We have taken a little bit of profit here on Ethereum at 2,000, basically. Just shaved off a little of this position. We did add heavily, so I believe we were in a short. Maybe we're in a short? I don't know. Last stream. I forget at this point. We did add, you can't really see that well, but we did add pretty heavily at 31,944 and at 31,144. And we had talked about those many times on this live stream. We had all of these levels set out. We had them layered up. If you don't remember or didn't see it, just watch the last live stream that we did. You'll see all these orders before they filled. They're now filled. I'm always trading against the market. Never trading into the market. I'm trading against the market. I want it to come to me. And that puts me in these weird positions. We're not that bad. Our average entry on this short is just under 31. I will say I'm not super comfortable with it. Not with some of this more higher time frame rolling over we're seeing. Not super comfortable. But hey, I'm glad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Look at all this price action. Many, many shorts trapped much lower than 31,000 at the moment. So as far as shorts go, this one's not too shabby. I could look. I might add a few contracts here, though I'm already heavy short. How dangerous do I want to be? Do I want to be dangerous? I could look to add a few more contracts right up here at kind of this dead catty fake bounce here on May 10th. And that would be a little bit higher, 32.7. In fact, maybe I'll just do like 2 contracts. Yeah. Limit set. Wait, what's wrong here? On a day 5. There we go. I'll add a tiny bit. I'll add a tiny bit here with my stop up there. I should lower the stop, but I'm an idiot. We might get a little licked on this, but that's okay. Luckily, we have our Ethereum trade to like balance out the pain of this short. But I like to be short because my portfolio is long. I don't own any negative coins, so my portfolio is always long, and so that hedges. If we see downside, I'm still benefiting a little bit, and that makes my comfort a little better. I did some kind of just random stuff I was sharing in the Discord here. Kind of 2 speculative trades. Our short did fill. If you're in the Discord, that was in the patron chat. Our short did fill. It hasn't been stopped yet. Had a tighter stop there, 32.3. We're looking just for a 3-to-1 risk to reward as usual. That was a downside play. And we also had an upside play back from the 618, which did not get hit, did not get filled at least yet. So hopefully this doesn't happen. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because then both of those trades will have gotten wrecked. Something interesting. Something interesting here. I think it's on the 15. There we go. If we look at our retracements, we have a nice rally starting. We have a very nice little rally starting. Where is it? Is it back here? There it is. Using our retracement tool, we saw this swing low to swing high. Look at this. We haven't seen this in a while. This is an old friend. 236. So we made a move up. We started to move back. And we found support at the 236. That's a very shallow retrace. We don't see this often, but usually when we do, we see continuation. We did see continuation here after the high broke. And here we go. The spiciness continues. If we do it again, we can see this swing low off of our high here at 32. This swing low right here at the 0.5. So what would make sense next? A move to the upside and then a 618 retracement. Does that ring with everyone? Here's why. Let's do it this way. Here's why. Little learning lesson gonna go on here. Here's our Fibonacci retracement levels. Our first move made the most shallow retrace before breaking its high. The second move made a 0.5 retracement before, if we see it break its high, then break its high. So if we see another leg up, what are we going to look for? This is just logic. I don't even know if this is like real TA. We're going to look for the 618. I just got alerts. What's going on? Boom, baby. The high's broken, so that just confirmed what I was just showing you, the 0.5. This just happened. It hadn't happened as I was explaining it, but we just broke the high. That's pretty sweet. I don't know what this is. It's just interesting. And that's what I'm going to be looking for. Or if we have another move up, which it looks likely we do. I'll be looking for a 618 retracement. We've seen 236, 0.5, now 618. I don't know if it's actually going to play out that way, but it would be hella cool, and I'm definitely going to be watching for it. Since we broke out, let's relook at our low time frames. They were not looking bad as we started. See how they're doing now. I don't like this 5-minute low here. I'm a little skeptical, actually, of this breakout. Money flow just hit a lower low on the positive side here. Typically, that's looking to roll over after a lower high. That's not the most bullish. This pinch here is nice, but these are often traps. Really, when you see this happen, you need to see a break of the high for that signal, or for this to really be a strong signal. These are how fake outs happen a lot of the time. 5 minutes, so I'm not sold on the 5. Maybe the 1 has something spicier. The 1 looking okay. Yeah, the 1 looking good, baby. Higher high in the money flow. Off of a higher low, potentially. 1 minute, still looking for upside, I think. Of course, this is the 1 minute chart, so this is not a macro play. This is not going to help you read the future in, I don't know, in weeks or days from now. But we're doing leverage, so we're not looking for long-term positions. We're looking to be in and out. One second, guys. I need to actually catch up, as this move caught me a little off guard here. 2.6. Let me catch up here. Come on, magnet tool. What the hell, magnet tool? Here we go. Here we go. That would give us 32.9, 33. Okay, I dig it. Hold up. Higher high momentum. Ooh, here we go. 15. That's solid. VWAP's up. Momentum is up. Momentum really struggling to stay low. And this is what I really like about it. Here's this little trip to negative money flow. It's a baby trip. And now it's trending back up. Right on. Oh, yes. 15-minute closed above the previous high. Excellent. 30 minutes, 15 to go. I like this, though. I like this structure. On the 30-minute, I think it's pretty clear to see. You had a pattern that we like, but a little goofy. We had our lows coming down in this pattern. Unusual. Typically, we look for the lows to be coming up. But we had a flat-topped resistance here. Tested. Lower low, and then we broke. We might actually be looking for a diamond, then. Typically, that's... Pay attention, no matter what time frame you're on, to the diamond pattern. They're really easy to spot early because of one really identifiable thing. What you see is some kind of like range trade, some kind of low volatility trade with the highs or lows slowly coming up and down. But here is the tip off to a diamond pattern. You're in a range. All of a sudden, you break to a low. You break the low or the high of the range, and off that low, you immediately break the high or the vice versa low of the range. So as soon as this happened, we can identify a potential for a diamond pattern. We had our low break, and it came right up, broke our high immediately. Just boom, straight up. So we definitely could be looking for a diamond pattern here. I'm not going to speculate on diamond patterns. I think they're typically continuation in crypto. Traditional TA would disagree with me, but traditional TA can suck a D. Can S a D, man. Something like that. Let's take it like that. Something like that. We don't have... It's there. It's not clean. Maybe the move isn't over yet. But from this lower low to a higher high, diamond patterns are also very shaking of leveraged positions. As you can tell, you have a little local price action. The low falls out. All of a sudden, longs get stopped, shorts open. And then it goes and breaks the high. So all those shorts stop. And then longs open, falls back below. And it's really just like an open interest clearing event. What's up, Corden? Hyatech, what's up, man? Good to have you. Captain Hogue. Safe Moon. You're welcome here, Mr. Captain. Venkata Krish. Not a lot of subscribers today. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, smash that button, enable notifications, and you'll get a shout out. If you haven't hit the like button, smash the likes. We got 600 view, and those are good numbers for us. Pretty normal day. Pretty normal day. We haven't seen any huge volatility move. We are seeing some fancy upside. Not the biggest day, but not a bad day. What's up? Amani Lamario. How you doing? How you doing? I have this minimized. We got 255 likes with 600 watching. We get 420 likes right now. Likes are free. They cost you nothing. Be generous. Every time you hit the like button or you chat or you vote in the poll or you subscribe, that's all engagement. Every time someone engages with the stream, so if you hit that like button, YouTube will go and show this stream to new eyes. Maybe one or two of them join us. It does make a difference. That's really the bottom line. It makes a difference. So I appreciate you guys who do this day in and day out, hitting those likes and such, chatting, interacting with the stream. I appreciate you. LFG, good morning, Jonko. How you doing? We love money. I love money. New longs for the month, Michael Norris. Yeah. 420 likes. We could do it right now. We just need 120 of our 600 to smash them buttons. We can do it. I believe in you. I'll check back on it soon. Check back. So our Bitcoin short underwater. Looking to add and then stop. Here's our trades. We show our trades here. We show our losses. We show our wins. Here's that little dynamic I was talking about earlier. We have a long on Ethereum open and a short on Bitcoin open, but the short on Bitcoin is heavier. It's a larger position. So while we're overall still in profit, that profit margin is getting very thin. As Bitcoin just broke its high here, that short's starting to overpower the long. Womp. Womp, womp. But they are hedging each other. But yeah, the long up almost 60%. Now the short down almost 20%, but that 20% obviously is about 3 times larger. So overall, this is a shorter position. I'm betting against the market right now, as I usually do. But you can see that in action right now. The 30-minute, I should just close this short and just walk home. I should close this short and walk home, baby. This looks raw. Oh, this looks raw. This looks raw. This is the hourly. If you guys follow me on Twitter, which you should, I do shit posts a lot, but they're entertaining. I do post some gems as well. It's mostly shit coining, but shit posting, but I do post some gems. So you should follow me. Let me follow. Let me show what I posted yesterday. Here we go. There it is. Right here. I posted big bull energy on the 1 hour market cipher. This was before the most recent leg to the upside. So you want to follow me. There's a tweet. Big bull energy on market cipher. That was at what time? May 30th at 10 a.m. And look at that big... So I'm not just blatantly shilling my tweets, although you should follow me for real. I'm not just blatantly shilling. This is the hour. Can you see it? Look at these waves. Higher highs. Money flow. Higher highs. Higher lows. Big bull energy. So let's look at the 1 hour right now. This is... I was leading to something, right? That was back here. Right? Yep. We were right here. Money flow continued to set higher highs, higher lows, and look at this. It looks like the bulls might not even be giving the bears a turn here. Momentum was being pulled down. Money flow is coming down. We had a lower high in our momentum, which was not great. And a lower low, which is not great. But boom, bulls are picking it up. And this is the exciting part. This is the exciting part right here. Money flow is trending back up. We just need to see this high break. We see this high break, and we're seeing some decently bullish signals on our lower time frame. 5 minutes still a little sketchy, to be honest. Maybe the 10-minute is a little more telling right here. What's up, Brendra and family? Welcome to you and your family. Koram015, my man, welcome. Shantu, Roby, Chia, Cordian. I already got you. Cordian. But welcome again. This 10-minute might be what we're looking for to pull that hourly up. And the 15 is in line. I'm feeling uncomfortable about my short now. 15-minute higher high here. VWAP very high. And money flow trending back in positive territory after barely being able to be kept down by bears. Barely by bears. Do I want to close my short? I don't want to. I really don't want to close it in this deep of red, because that essentially eliminates all of the Ethereum long gains there. I might. Here's my plan, guys. Really, this is my plan. If we see price come back, if we're looking for this diamond pattern, which so far kind of diamond pattern looking, right? What was our tip off? If you weren't here, if you just joining us, our tip off was pretty easy to spot. We had a range. It broke to a new low. We saw our range break, and from that low, we broke to a new high. Boom, pattern identified. That is very, very visible. So I'm looking for a diamond. If this diamond plays out, it does suggest that we would come back down. Maybe not this low. Doesn't guarantee this low. Might want to use our fib tool here to kind of poke at levels. To speculate. Dubious speculation of levels. Maybe down here at the 618. Maybe even lower back to the deep retracement here at 31.4. If I see this happen, say it comes to the 618, maybe it even drops lower to the 786. If I see this and I see it start coming back up, I may look then to stop my short here. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what price action looks like. But I may look to stop it here, because then I might expect something like this to play out. And the low, the short, the higher low or whatever will be gone. And we'll be looking for more upside. That's how I am looking at it speculatively right now. Though I do like that the high broke and we're not seeing significant selling. Look at that. Ooh, baby, I should stop this short. I'm going to lose money. That's okay. That's, if you're new, that's kind of the value of this channel. I will walk through pretty much every single day I'm live. And I will walk you through what I'm seeing on the chart. We typically start at a zoomed out, and then we zoom in, and then we try to adjust our trades for that day. We make live trades. I show you my live trades when I lose money, when I make money. A lot of time it's losing money, but hopefully what this does is it helps you kind of get that trading itch, scratch that trading itch without you having to lose money. So it's win-win. You can just watch me do it. This short's making me uncomfortable. Our long, very safe here on Ethereum. This long is very, very safe. The stop loss significantly in profit. But that short, man, is looking sketchy. You can see our entry was all the way down here. Earlier in the episode, we explained the reasoning. We took a little bit of profits at 2,000 on that long for Ethereum. And now Bitcoin's really filled us a bunch. I might look to add a little bit, but I'm going to bail out of this position at 34, I think. Because I am uncomfortable. Very much looking for a retracement. Very much looking for a retracement of our giant dump from November all the way down into May. I'm digging this. We're not finding immediate sellers. This is kind of looking like maybe it'll stabilize this high. Then that likely will invalidate our diamond pattern, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That is a pretty... This is a pretty low high. This is a pretty low RSI for a higher high, though. That's pretty low. That's some bearish divergence down. Although on the 15 it's not there, so that's good. Not there on the 15. 5-minute momentum chilling. 15 momentum still moving up. 30 still moving up. 45, there it is. It rolled over. We were looking for this earlier in the episode. We said the 30-minute has rolled over. It's back into positive histogram territory. The 45 at that point had not painted this candle, and we said we're going to look for the 45 to paint a positive candle on momentum, and it did. Getting uncomfortable. Getting uncomfy. Diamond pattern in play, baby. What's up, Raphael XX, Robert V, Radosh Irzanin. I don't know. Great name. Great people. Good to have y'all. Thank you for being here. Thanks for subscribing. We're about an hour in, so we got about an hour left of fuel. We got 730 watching. We're rocking and rolling. We're all waiting for this to happen. Something very important during this live is we're going to have alerts set because there's some spicy price action to be had today. The last day of May. It's going to be spicy. We might do a marathon stream. Great channel. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. It's hard. You can't trust the short here, and it's hard to long. That is the setup, dude. That's the long setup, though. It's like you can't trust it, but you also can't get in the other way. That's pretty much how it works. When altcoins increase, you're waiting for Ape and Harmony. When Bitcoin does. Alts are very high risk right now. A lot of people got trapped too heavy in alts. A lot of people laughed at me all through 2020, 2021 saying, make sure you're not overexposed to alts. I recommend at least 50% Bitcoin in a crypto portfolio, not financial advice. That is my personal opinion. 75% or higher is better. But you can have some exposure to alts. But you find out. Everyone finds out the same way, and that's when the market isn't as hot. All of a sudden, it doesn't seem so stupid. All of a sudden, it doesn't sound so dumb. Bitcoin is the stable coin of crypto. It is very volatile, but if you look at alts, it's not very volatile in comparison. I'm actually kind of bummed that this diamond is chilling. All right, the new hourly just started, so we might see this now. Let's see how our hour closed. Our hour also rolled over with the 45. Not bad. Not bad. RSI is in a pretty tricky spot, though. We're right here at the overbought. So a rejection from here will play into that diamond pretty strongly. A rejection from here, RSI moving down, would give us a swing rejection, which is a pretty bearish signal when you're up in the overbought territory. So we don't want to see this hourly trade, I would say, below 31.8 at all during the hourly, even if it closes higher. What about the 4? 3 hours left on the 4. Not bad. Look at this beautiful candle. And everyone in the Patreon Discord, man. By the way, guys, Patreon, I haven't really advertised it. Patreon is no longer what it was. You still can join it. It's not what it was. We kind of restructured it. I don't even have a thing for it. Just patreon.com/TomCrown. I'll put the link in here. The price has been reduced. It's like cheap. And it's just like a social club where we chat a lot. The chat's much more active. There's many experienced traders. So if you want to be, just hang around experienced traders from all around the world. They're chatting all the time. Sign up. I recommend the yearly thing because it's so cheap that way. But yeah, join us. We were talking about this 4 hour. Where is it? Oh, I can find the screenshots because I was sending them. Hold on here. Hold on here. Where is it? There it is. Let's open the original. Boom. We were looking at it. This is the 4 hour that just closed. Closed right here. This was it right here. And we said, man, it would be really cool if this 4 hour closed above 31.7. That was back here. Because that would be above one of our macro resistances or pivot points, whatever, 31.8. And it would create a beautiful bullish kicker candle or hammer. And look what we got. There it is. There it is. It closed above. Pulled it out. That was the volume on it. The volume on it was decent. Not mind-blowing, but decent. I would have liked to see more volume. But that was a nice close, man. We've been seeing weeks and weeks of the bulls unable to pull off anything like this. And so to finally see a little bit of pep in their step is a welcomed sight. Let me see. Let's check up on our trades. We're about to hit the tipping point, aren't we? Nah, we're good. We're good for now. I guess Ethereum's caught up. Or Bitcoin's pulled back a little bit. We're very close to a point where our short is going to tank our long. If Bitcoin goes up too much more, our short is actually going to overpower our Ethereum long. Uh-oh, what is this? What did I just do? Phemex, you're too customizable. You're so customizable. You're customizable to the point where I don't know how to do it. What the hell? There we go. Too customizable. Oh, also, so you guys know, Phemex, yes, they do sponsor us. We're trading on them live. They have derivatives. They also have many spot pairs. Something that you, honestly, though, I kind of didn't realize this. So BlockFi, Celsius, all these platforms that I use to collect yield on my assets, which if you're not doing, I do recommend taking a small part, not financial advice, but taking a small part of your portfolio and allocating it to it. I don't think that should be more than, say, 20%. These platforms have risk. They're not risk-free. There's no such thing as a return without risk. So don't put all your money on something thinking, oh, this is free money. No, there's risk. But because those platforms now have kicked out new U.S. customers, thank you, SEC. Good job. Isn't that great? The government's protecting us from beating inflation. Thanks, governments. Something that I didn't realize, so this actually has a bunch of value. Phemex also has earn. So these rates, maybe not what you're used to, but you still can be collecting interest on Phemex on your stables. That's usually what I do. That's like the majority of what I do. 11% on Tether, 7.5 here on USDC. Those aren't bad rates. 11% on Tether is pretty attractive, actually. That's higher than I'm currently getting with my Tether. I'm probably actually going to go send mine after the stream. Because I think I'm only getting, what? These are the current DeFi rates. They're sometimes not correct or updated. Actually, it looks like they are. You can see here for USDC, don't listen to Nexo. Nexos are boosted here. Subtract 2% from anything Nexo has. So 8. You can see USDC on BlockFi, 7.25. On Celsius, 7.1. That's actually substantially larger. And to be honest, Phemex is not huge. I trust them as far as I can trust centralized exchange. But their model for lending, like these big things like BlockFi and such, I trust an exchange's model lending much more because they can just keep the assets on the platform. Like, they lend them out on platform. It's a better business model, in my opinion, than over-collateralized loans that you can take them off. So, check it out. That might be valuable to a lot of you. I know it is to me. I'm literally going to move some Tether over there because I'm getting 7. This is a nice little site. This is DeFi Rate. This isn't a shill. It's actually just a useful site. DeFiRate.com/lend. It just shows you what APYs are available. It's not always the best up to date, and I believe it misrepresents Nexo because you can get 10%, but you can't get 10% in assets. So, like for UST, you wouldn't get 10% UST. You'd get Nexo coins, which nothing specifically against Nexo coins. I just don't want my interest in something that isn't the asset, isn't stables or Bitcoin. You know. So yeah, they're actually Phemex right now offering as high as it gets. Let's check in on our open interest and max pain levels. So June 1st for options, open interest by strike price. June 1st, looking at 31.5. That's right about where we are, so that's not really spicy. I wish I would have seen this morning though, because that would have been a good signal maybe. Strike price or max pain price, meaning the most people that have open interest in options lose money at 31,500. So it doesn't guarantee price will close there, but there is there is incentive for price to be pushed there. And we do see commonly price settling at these max pains. So June 2nd, we have 31.5. That's the exact same price. What about June 3rd? 30,000. Crap. Open interest getting a little bearish into June. What about the 10th? 29. No. 17th, 30. June 24th, though, max pain at 35K. That's interesting. That's moved a lot. That moved down and then up. Wow. What about July? July is the spicy month. If you remember last year, if you were around May, June, July was when we bottomed out, reversed, and went to a new all-time high. 30. That's lame. August 32. As we get farther out, these become way less reliable because there's so much time. These are going to trade around and move up and down. So as they get farther out, don't put as much weight into them, but they are still important information, good information. Here we go. September 30th, 2020, max pain prices at 40K. This is what we want to see. We want to see these really low bets on these options. We want to see very low bets, and we can see here huge amounts of open interest at a strike price of 20K. We want to see that continue to open. We want to see those open lower than price because that will push the max pain price up. We want to see less of them opening like way out here at 400K. There are people with hedges at 400K for September of this year. That's interesting. That says a lot by itself. December 34, and then into 2023 in March 32. Not so bullish. Not so bullish on the max pain prices right now. That's okay. Did our short get stopped? Oh, it did. Our little theoretical. Wompity. Wompity. Looks like these low time frames are not looking to give up their gains quite yet. Actually, 15 looking a little droopy. VWAP turning down. Here we go. We talked about this. Another learning lesson that we did. We showed you live and it played out. We saw the 5 minute here pinch. It rolled over a little bit. It pinched. And I said, you got to be weary of these because these are very commonly traps. The pinch really only matters if you come back and break their high. We pinched again. There we go. Now we have the uneven butt cheeks. Credit Jason Casper. We have the uneven butt cheeks. That's going to be a little bit of a rollover. And we did have some of that right here as we had lower highs and lower lows on our money flow. And that looks like it's continuing out. 5 minute looking for a little bit of retracement. It did a little bit, but it did a little bit. Actually went back to the 618. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I want to read chat. I haven't read the chat. Sorry, guys. Just spammed to check Discord. 4-hour MA, says Mr. Rico. Rico, one of our prized members of this community. Rico, more OG even than myself. 200, yeah. Nice. Actually, this is a pretty sweet setup. I don't mind this. So, good eye, Rico. Good eye, Sniper. This rally here, the highest point that we just reached during this live stream, highest point of today, right at the 200 4-hour moving average. Likely why we see a little bit of selling going on here. I'm going to do a little moving average trickery. Give me one moment. We're going to do a little trickery. So this will be on the hour. There it is. There would perfect touch to that 4-hour 200 moving average. Breaking it, man, I probably should actually look to stop my short on a break. Uh-oh. I want to be able to zoom in more though. 30 would be 16. So 15 would be 32. There we go. There we go, baby. All right. That is some serious resistance, but the good thing about serious resistances is if you break them, they become serious supports. With the other moving averages we saw in the 4-hour, pull it up on a different chart. Let's get this for a minute. So here's it's kind of like a win. It's good and bad. We've got some good, we've got some bad. So the bad is this is a big fight. This is going to be a big fight for this 200. The last time we traded above the 4-hour 200 was back here. No, we didn't even trade above it. April 21st at 43K was the last time we even touched this moving average. That's not true. I was wrong right here. May 5th. No, wait. That's not the moving average. I have too many lines. This was supposed to be a clean chart. I'm going to have to fire my system. The last time we tested it I was correct the first time. Even though it didn't really touch, I'll count that. Last time we actually traded above it was the 11th of April. So we really moved away from this moving average. As I said earlier in the stream, moving averages are always chasing price, and prices are always chasing moving averages. They're always looking to converge at all times. Doesn't mean they can't move away from each other at times, but the farther they move away from each other, the stronger their attraction is. They're magnetic. All the way back here, we fell. Now we're back. This is going to be a battle. The good news, so that's the bad news. This is going to be a battle. Probability of rejecting from it is you definitely have an edge. For a smart trader, there's an edge. But the good news is we are looking strong still. Bitcoin has not really shown much weakness. We have a wick on the top of this 4-hour, but we don't have a strong rejection. We're not seeing a high volume. Actually, I'll show you what that would look like. It would look like this. If we were really rejecting, or what we would look for a strong rejection that would be bad, that would be like you're going to lower lows very soon, would be the 4-hour to trade significantly above it and then get sold off back down. A red candle maybe closes a red after trading higher. That would be a nasty rejection. That would be enough for me to look or to be confident in the short. But we don't have that. We have like a little clean touch, and we're going to bring it back to the 15 and have that same moving average here. This is what I like. Enrico pointed that out. I'm glad he did, because it lines up with what I was thinking. Man, there's not a lot of selling going on at this higher high. We broke high. We're kind of looking for this diamond pattern, but this is not very strong. There's not a very strong kind of response to it. We still could see one, but we haven't yet. Really, you would look for trading above and then a wick to close below. That's a pretty classic rejection sign. What we have right now is more akin to profit taking. Maybe some shorts open, longs closed, etc. Longs closed. Probably longs closed. Still could play out in this diamond. And as that diamond played out, you'd likely see that 200 kind of come just coast at those highs. But this gives us a really good technical point, a pivot point. There we go. Now it's going lower. I like that, Rico. Hope you're well. I hope you're well, Positive. I'm doing great, man. My portfolio has looked way better, but I'm doing all right. Can I look at RSR real quick for us? What is 10A? What is 10A? 10A. 10A. Australian dollars. Yeah. Sure. We can pull it up quick. I'm going to look at RSR quick for this chat. We don't usually do requests anymore. Well, like we do them sometimes. But like, we don't do as many. We're more, because it's hard to look at other people's charts while I'm trying to manage my own trades. Let's put it that way. And speaking of which, let me look back at Ethereum. You're looking all right. But what we will do, jeez, RSR is wrecked city. Wrecked city. Okay, yeah, that's wrecked city, man. Dang. There we go. It looks a little better. What we are going to do after RSR is we're going to have a spam off, because I miss doing the spam offs. Almost 900 watching. Right on. Welcome, fam. If you're here in the chat, just put a message. Put a message. Let us know you're here. You just say hi. You can just type anything. The more people are chatting, the more participants in the chat, the more YouTube pushes the live stream. So it helps our channel grow. I appreciate you. That's right. Just emojis, whatever. Don't matter. RSR looks wrecked, bro. I'm sorry. I like to be positive. That certainly doesn't mean that it can't go up. But holy crap, does this look wrecked, man. Look at this. This is a very old chart. Look at this. Resistance tested as support here. You broke to a new high. And oh man, you even have kind of neckline there. Oof. You broke to a new high, but you fell all the way back. And now you're right back to that support that's now resistance. That's not a good look. That's not great. I'm going to be real. Thank you, guys. Spam, Marius, Janosh, Mookie, Demon, Kelly, Crop, Alchemist, Ellie. Thank you, guys. Just if you're here, just put a message in the chat. Let us know you're here. Make some noise. This is so ugly, man. I'm sorry. Wow. Not. Don't love what I'm seeing. However, don't get freaked out. All alts look like crap right now, and they're going to look like crap until Bitcoin recovers. Here's a little bit of good news on Market Cipher for your weekly. You do see momentum is chilling. It may have apexed back here. We had 2 green dots on the weekly, and now you have a higher low. Your money flow does look to be flattening out, so yeah, I mean, it actually could be worse, but just from a candlestick point, this looks like junk right now. You can see that very, very visibly. Thank you, guys. Crypto Greg, Marcus B, Kamikaze, NL Pingu, Michael Norris, Buzz, Lazaro, Rip. Did Warren Buffett die? You said Rip Warren Buffett. You're here too, Dirk. Thank you, man. Tom K, total market cap. Yeah, we can look at that. TJ, Marius, Jimmy, thank you, guys. Thank you guys for showing us you're here. This is just what I don't like. Things look a lot better for RSR above 0.009 cents. A lot better. You can get back up there on like the weekly or monthly. Things are looking all right. Then you're probably looking for a deeper retrace. You might even see 3 cents. But man, is this ugly until it retakes it like 0.009. I mean, it's ugly. That could mean it's a value buy. I don't know. I don't own any RSR, I don't think. Not enough for it to matter. I'm going to move on from this chart after this, because that's maybe the most bearish response I've ever had in the history of this channel to a chart. And I don't want to freak this guy out. So what you do have, though, is a descending pattern of some kind, whether it's a channel or a wedge. I think the channel fits really well here. It doesn't really look like there's many closes outside of it. You do eventually expect these to break out to the upside. So I don't know when it'll happen. It could trade lower. It does have support all the way down here at 0.001. It's possible. Time will tell. The weekly does look to be losing a little momentum on the sell side. So, nice. Here we go. This is what we talked about. Those bots, man. Who falls for those bots? I don't know. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do another coin. While Bitcoin is in between this high we just saw and 31.8, the previous resistance that we're, fingers crossed, going to see support at, while we wait, because it might take a bit, we're going to do a good old-fashioned spam off. So whatever coin you want to see, go ahead and start now. You can just type it in. I'm going to start by typing in LTC, because I want to see LTC, even though I don't really want to. Start spamming. We're going to pick out the most spammed LTC. That's right, Marius, my boy. You guys don't have to pick LTC. Pick what you want to see. I'm glad the bots could make it. LTC, FTM, Adam, Eth, ETC, Rose. Rose got listed on Coinbase a little bit ago. Where's Ulysses? He loves Rose. Brian, Dot, ADA, Soul, ApeCoin. Oh, ApeCoin, there's a spicy one. Eth. We're seeing some Eths. We're seeing some LTC pleases. For once, I think LTC might make it into the finals. Soul, ICX, LTC, FTC, Crow, Near, ELG, XRP, XLM. All right, we got some good ones. That's a little bit more diverse than typical. Here's what we're going to do. 45% of us think that Bitcoin will break 35K. I like it. Dot, Luna. Luna, you can't chart nothing. There's no chart. Come Rocket says, Jimmy the Stimmy. I haven't looked at Come Rocket in a while. All right. I'm ending the old poll. We're doing the official tally. It's going on with my supercomputer behind me is tallying up all the things you want to see. I saw Sol a bunch. I saw LTC for some reason a bunch. I won't complain. Top altcoin. Wait, which altcoin next? So LTC is going to be on there. I'm not going to put it as number one because that's too much bias. I'll put ape on there, I guess. I'm not going to put ADA, Juicy. I'll do this. I'll look at ADA, but I'm not going to put it on the poll because every single time I've put ADA on the poll, it's won. Every single time. I wanted there to be some kind of, like, challenge here. What else do we see a lot of? Wrenches? Wrenches? Any wrenches out there paying attention? Do you got which? I have LTC and ape. What else do we see a bunch of? Ape's on there, don't worry. We're going to slow the spamming down. Slow it down. No more entries will be accepted. I just need help. I don't know which other ones we saw a bunch of. Okay, LTC and ape. What else do we see a bunch of? We did see some FTMs, some atoms, some cakes. What else did we get? I don't know. I'm having trouble. I don't want to put any of, like, the top... What's up, Jesse M? I want to put any, like, the top ones because they always win. Can the wrench help me? I don't know. Are there no wrenches here? What's going on? Dot. I'll throw Dot on there. Dot's a contestant. We have one more spot. One more spot. What are we getting? I want to mix it up. Gala. Ooh. EGLD. Look at EGLD a lot. Vet. We'll do Rose. Rose is on there. Rose is such a small market cap. There we go. Now we're going to vote. Here's your finalists. Don't worry, guys. We can look at more. This is just like a fun way to do it. But the spamming is over. I love you, RGO Arc. I love you. I'll look at ADA because ADA was going to win the vote. So I got it February 2022. On your phone, hard to keep up. It's all good, brother. FTM. Okay. The spamming is over. No more spamming will be counted. It will not be counted. We did not hold the low on ADA. Womp. That's what we were looking for last time. Low to hold, see an inverse head and shoulders pattern play out. Did not happen. That was on the premise that this double bottom held. It did not. People are like, oh, double bottoms. Double bottoms. I just don't think they work in crypto, man. Your 0.5 retrace is at 50 cents and you're getting a little bounce off of it. Look, it's following Bitcoin. Same thing as RSR. We have this. Is it? If it's slightly lower or not, we have essentially like what looks like kind of momentum, unable to achieve a lower low in momentum. We've seen MACD slightly peaking following Bitcoin. Money flow looks extremely similar. But a good close here this week, just like for Bitcoin. Just like for Bitcoin. A good close this week could show us some waning selling momentum. DOT is winning our vote, but I don't think there's many votes. ADA closing about 54 cents today. We'll give it a bullish engulfing weekly. Problem is, you had that happen back here in March. Didn't really go anywhere. Neither did the rest of the market. And I guess another problem here is this 74 cents. You now have a pretty strong resistance. You had a strong support, and I have a strong resistance. You do see a strong zone of support for ADA. It hasn't been tested yet. It might not be tested. If Bitcoin starts rallying, ADA not likely to make it down here. But your big bad wolf resistance or support, your big bad wolf support is at 31 to 34 cents. Didn't quite make it. That's right where the 618 retracement is from. I guess this is their swing low to swing high. It'll bring us right back down here. At the moment, the 0.5 may be holding. Let's look at it on the day. ADA. Higher low, higher high. It's incredibly similar to Bitcoin, as most of these charts are going to. Most of these charts are going to look extremely similar. I don't want to look at any of them, Rico. Coin Clown, next altcoin is for what altcoin? Yes. Vote. DOT is winning. If you don't want to see DOT, you got to vote. We got 135 votes for the altcoin spam off-a-thon. ADA, really following Bitcoin. You don't see really much divergence from Bitcoin. You had a very clean downtrend that had one fake out. You're pretty much back to that trend. See a little fake out here. You fell back below. I'm gonna need to see it. I'm gonna need to see ADA above 75 cents. I'm gonna add an alert there. ADA USD T LFG. LFG baby. Nice. We are trending. We are trending on viewers. We got 420 likes. Yes, guys. Yes. Yes. You're the best. 420 likes. Our next target, we don't push as hard, but 690. We can do it. We've got 820 watching. We could, in theory, get 690 likes right now. For all the new viewers out there, please subscribe. You got shouted out. Smash the likes. Join us in Discord. You are welcome, Juicy Crab, Dipple Dangler, Hannah Wong, subscribed, Evil Shocker, Devin Lindenbrink, Pitor Bark, Treposi So, Times We Borrow, and Robert 5. I already got that one. The ADA. I'm not going to get excited about ADA until it breaks 74 cents. You have this swing low here that a smart trader could make a similar trade to the Ethereum trade we have open right now. Not financial advice, so I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do that, but hopefully you can figure it out yourself here. Here's our Ethereum trade. Our stop was originally just under 1700. We moved it up. Whew, it is a scorcher here. Is it hot where you guys are? It's scorching, man. It's easy 90 degrees in this room. Good to see you, Juicy Crypto. Salvadorize. No, not funny. You missed the not. I have likes and viewers because I keep it real. I do keep it real. I try. Well, no, I don't even try, guys. I don't know how to not keep it real. I don't know, man. I don't know how to do it. Good to see you. Good to see you. Awesome channel. Thank you, Moose. I didn't shout you out, Deezer. Well, there you go, brother. Good to have you, man. You can't vote on anything you don't believe in. Then, John Doe, I respect your decision to abstain. I just vote for an underdog, then. You're in Florida? Scar Sizzle, I bet it's... I don't know, man. I'm up in the Northeast, and it's scorching today, man. It is scorching. My thoughts on Shiba Inu. I've never been an Inu fan, really. I bought a little bit. Not a huge fan. I don't like ERC20. I'm a Doge fan. I like Doge. I've held Doge. I sold a metric shit ton of Doge last year, but I still have a lot of Doge. I'm not an Inu guy, unfortunately. ADA, you're still struggling with this downtrend. That's not crazy because so is the rest of the market. Good news, you have strong support below you at 34 cents. Strong support. If you break 40, I have some decent confidence in 34 cents. On the upside, you have to break 75. You got to break 75. This was like the macro. You had a low, you got bought up. Actually, here's some kind of sad, not great stuff. So look at this pattern. And then we're gonna move on from ADA, but look at this pattern. Look at that. This is what I'm worried about. This is why I'm saying you need 75 cents. So it's virtually an identical copy to right here. And you can see what happened there. You broke your high. You fell back down. You retested the exact price point, 75 cents. You found some buyers, but they just got hammered. Virtually straight down. This bar pattern is copied from right here. And it is so similar. That's what I'm worried about. However, I think if you do get hammered, you're only looking for 34 cents. That's my honest opinion. Thoughts on Flux? I have no idea. Do I even have a Flux chart? We don't really do requests here. Oh, I did it for Meekers, apparently, because it says Flux for Meekers in 2022. My trade got riggedy wrecked. Riggedy wrecked. Sorry, Meekers. Rest in peace. Maybe that's why Meekers isn't around anymore. We were looking for a 0.5 retracement. Didn't happen. Didn't make it there. So, actually, here's the problem. Flux basically in price discovery to the downside. If this is the full history of Flux, you're in price discovery to the downside. You're not going to have much TA that'll help you here. All your indicators are going to be bottomed out or should be bottomed out here because it's never traded that low. And it's just consolidating. Not the best. You're probably just looking to, I don't know, trade sideways. And then if Bitcoin breaks to the upside, FLUX, likely looking for that 140. If it breaks the downside, you can just keep moving down. Just more price discovery to the downside. The only kind of good news I would say here is your 2 measured move from your swing low to swing high here. It's pretty much where you fell to. TA works. Let's see what it looks like here. And that lines up really solidly with your 1618 here. Yep. So you do have implied support, not real support, but our Fibonacci extension tool implies support here. Doesn't mean it's going to hold. If you hold there, you can look for a retrace back to 140-ish. Is it 140? I think it's 140. That'd be the 0.5. So yeah, 140, maybe as high as 175. Those wouldn't be bad. But other than that, you got nothing. Like, it's just going to follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin moves up, it's going to move up. Bitcoin moves down, it goes back into price discovery, and you're catching a knife. So if I were to trade this, not financial advice, if I were to trade this, this is probably how I would look to do it. I would do something like this. There you go. Something like that. I had a trade retracement thing here. It didn't hit, so this probably won't hit either. Who knows? But that's how I would approach it. I would not look. If Bitcoin breaks the downside, I would not look to like catch this knife. You have no price history. You have no real support below you. You just have what you created here. Luckily, that does kind of add up at a nice little spot, but is what it is, man. Lots of OGN. Guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. But please don't super chat expecting to see charts. We're not doing that. I liked doing that. Our streams used to always be just that, but I got my own live trades open. I have to juggle. And I got to go through kind of what we're doing with the show interactive wise. But the real issue is we end up spending tons of time on charts that just one person wants to see. That's not good content for everyone else. But I appreciate you, everyone who super chatted. Dustin, Juicy Crab, Alex Chuega subscribed, and Golden Mean 16. I will open OGN for you. I'll give you like a zoomed out 2-cent take, but please, just warning you now. I hate just warning you now. You are off a higher low, cool. What do you got? We're gonna go the monthly for this. Monthly. Wow, actually, this is... I can say this. Here you go, man. Zoomed out view. OGN. That's what we want to see Bitcoin do. Not real talk. We fell from our high. You have a monthly support. You traded below it. You got bought back above it. Closing in the next 6 hours above 30 cents. Not bad for OGN. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I own it. If I do, it's very little. But that's actually what we're looking for on Bitcoin. So that is not bad. That's not bad, dude. I'll show it to you here. There it is. That's the equivalent of this. Right here. That's what we're looking for. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We only have 6 hours, so it's every minute is getting less likely. But that's what we're looking for on Bitcoin. We're looking for it to close above its monthly support. That could also mean this monthly support. But OGN already trading kind of healthily above 30 cents here. So that's not a bad look. That's not a bad look at all. I'm going to move on in a second. I'm surprised. Actually, I didn't expect that at all. $1.15. $1. If things go well for OGN, you might be looking for $1. It's your 618 retracement from your high to your low. It's a monthly consolidation area. And the big kicker, the thing that sells it for me, it's looking to hold that monthly support. Not bad. I mean, this is a good chart to look at. I'm glad we did. We need to resolve the votes now, though, because we only have 285 votes. Let's get at least 300. Dot is winning at 41%, Ape at 26, then LTC, then Rose. Can we get a few more votes on that? Get a few more. Let's maybe break 300, then we'll close it. Though it doesn't look like Dot's going to actually, like, really possibly lose this one unless there's a flood of support that comes in. Great stream as always. Thank you, Mr. Steve H. You humble me. I just stream it. I just have a good time. Like, I just do this by myself if I'm not streaming, and so it's I just have a good time doing what I'd usually do. Anything can happen, baby. Phemex just listed a bunch of new coins. Dude, they have a ton of pairs now. All right, we got 300 votes. Let's end the poll. Dot wins. We'll look at Dot. We'll look at Dot. I gotta close some of these other ones, though, or I'll get lost. I'll get lost. Let's see if the strike price has changed. 31.5, 31.5. That's going to be the most likely spot to close today, 31.5. That's right at our previous resistance. Now we're looking to test it as support. Yeah. Yeah. Real quick, I want to check in on my trades. This is why I don't like doing too many alts and things anymore. Is like I got to manage my own. You got to keep track of them. I'm looking at funding. Our funding is neutral on Bitcoin. What's our funding on Ethereum? Negative. Yeah, baby. We're getting paid to be long. I love getting paid to be long. Getting paid to be long on Phemex right now. Negative 0.1 funding right there on our position. So we're just collecting funding fees. Getting paid to be long, baby. All right, let's open Dot. Oof. Oofed. Oofed. Dot. Oofed. This is on the monthly chart. Oofed. Really not really that much oofed. It's oofed just like Bitcoin. You can see that monthly support that we just looked at OGN, we just looked at on Bitcoin. That's considerably higher, and actually before breaking its low, it moved back in May to back test it as resistance and then broke its low. That's actually a pretty bearish take. That's a pretty bearish take. It didn't quite reach back to previous monthly support from August of 2020. Didn't reach that $4 macro support, I would say. It actually is very Bitcoin-esque. But unlike OGN, let's delete this. So this is actually a good example. I'm glad we looked at OGN. Unlike OGN, which this is not similar to Bitcoin, OGN above its monthly support got bought back up. Bitcoin below its monthly support, so we're looking for it to get bought back up, hopefully. Dot's actually in a worse situation on the monthly than either of those. So you can see at least it got bought back up to the lows of June. Bitcoin still not where we want it to be, still not in a great spot, but at least it's above those lows on the close. Dot, not even. I mean, it might. There's enough time today for this to happen. There's enough time in this daily for it to happen. And I would say it's probable, but it's not there yet. There it is. You can see it struggling there. Dot, like, flirting with its low. So a rejection there is very bad. Very, very bad. And to get back in line with BTC, it would be looking for what, like 14? That's a big upside. That's almost too much to ask here in 6 hours. 40% upside. Let's look at the indicators, see how they're feeling though. Very similar to Bitcoin. VWAP is very high. Momentum is showing signs of weakness on the daily, just like virtually everything. The weekly, very similar to everything else. No real bullish divergence either, because we don't have enough history. You can literally see it. You can literally see these wicks telling the story that I just told you. Fighting to retake that low, but that low's acting as resistance. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, man. Like, Bitcoin very quickly got bought up. Very quickly got bought up and recovered like 28. You can see actually, yeah, this is what even made it kind of perfect, is even on the day when we saw our swing low on Coinbase to 25, even that day got bought up to that monthly support and then kind of consolidated there. Now we're seeing an upside move. We haven't really broken out yet, but we're tickling it. We have the start of it potentially, but Dot's struggling. It's an altcoin, its market cap much lower, so it could definitely experience more volatility. We could see that move. I'm going to say, though, in the next 6 hours, I don't think we're going to see a 40% upside move on DOT. We could definitely see an upside move, but a 40% upside move is a little much. A little much to ask for. Let me recalibrate here. Man, 4 hours getting smacked. 4 hours getting smacked by its 200 moving average. I'm getting smacked around. Our diamond pattern, at least for now, is in play. Womp, womp, womp. There you go. There it is. See a little diamond playing out, potentially. We're looking for it not to play out, though, in all honesty. We're looking for it to hold 31,827, and we're looking for it to make a higher move. I would like to see this 4 hour close above its 200 here. That's where we rejected from. Pretty perfectly. Now that we're trading as a red, that it's looking more like a rejection than it did. Originally, it was very subtle, very slow. I have an idea. Ooh, do we have another subscriber? Nope. Nope. Yep. Uno momento. Wait a minute. I did the math right. What? Why is that not right? Oh, what? Where is it? Huh. $16, that should work. Why does that not work? I'm lost. What? 800? What's going on? This should work. There it is on the 4. There it is on the 1. Oh wait, so it's gonna be double the 1. 200, 400. Oh, I'm stupid. I must be getting a little tired. I must be. There you go. There it is on the 2. Not bad. Very, very close touch on the 2. But how's the 2 looking? I wish you would. I didn't look at the 2 hour time frame yet. The 2 hour actually looks really bullish. My short might be toast. 13 minutes on this 2 hour close. Looking to close above previous resistance. Momentum actually is a little favoring of the downside, but market cipher, very bullish. At least how it right here, unless there's a lot of volatility in the next 13 minutes, looking very strong. Very strong on the 2. 2 hour, 4 hour. What, like, we'll do 8 hour? Okay. Let's check out some weird time frames here. I did that wrong. This is the 16 one? Yeah, that would be 16. It's just not enabled. Here we go. I'm having trouble with math today, guys. Let's just make it dumb. There it is. There it is. Now I don't have to guess. Momentum still trucking on the 8. 6 hours to go. So that's freshly closed off of a bullish engulfing. Actually, the 8 hour not only closed bullish engulfing, it closed as a 3 candle long trade setup. You see that here with our long bodied green followed by a thin bodied red followed by a bullish engulfing green. So that's actually, and you can even see that right here. That actually was the exact pattern here. We had the 3 candle trade setup. 3 candle trade setup. We may see continuation. Really, it looks like this 200 4-hour moving average is kind of the only thing in the way. Let's get rid of that. Nice. Nice. Momentum on the 5, chilling out. Money flow, trucking back up. All right. The 2, all right, so the 5-minute time frame, we literally, this was a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck. We called that we need to be wary of the lower high, the fake out wave, okay? And that we were going to maybe see this. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And we said 5-minute not looking so hot. So we said, okay, maybe we'll see price trade back down to 31.8. This was our previous resistance. Now we might test it as support. Price almost made it there. Didn't quite. Still could, but not quite. And now we're seeing actually signs of strength on the 5. So the 5 is actually went from saying, hey, we're probably going to trend down, to now it's saying, hey, we're trending back up. The reason being is we're looking, hasn't confirmed, but we are looking at a higher low. And money flow is really what's selling it here for me. This is a pretty intense fake out with money flow. If we can see money flow pull up just a little bit more on the 5, we're definitely looking to move back to the top of this range. 32.2. Man, that was some solid TA live, son. Live. We always do solid TA live. That's why you should like and subscribe. Become part of our community. No pump. Is there any point in watching the minute tick? Not really, Hawkman. No. This is the 5-minute, and even the 5 minutes about as low as I think makes sense. About as low as makes sense. I am TA, says MZ Coin. Right on. Good for you. Big dump to 30,800 now. I mean, it's not impossible. If we did dump to 30,800, then the diamond might just look a little different. Because we go from our lowest point to our highest point, our lower low to our higher high to a lower low. That could still be a diamond, yeah. That would still fit what we're looking for. Let's make this less visible. This is too visible. My tummy hurts. I need to eat. I think we see a little bounce here. The 5-minute says, hey, we got a little bouncy. We got a little bouncy bounce. One man. There we go, baby. You're watching it happen. You're watching it. You're watching this just be called live on low time frames, man. Look at it. Look at it. It's moving right back up. It's trying. It's trying. It pinched. It didn't pinch until we just looked at it now. It didn't pinch when we looked at it 2 minutes ago. Oh, yeah. Don't love where that moving average is, though. See momentum rolling over on the histogram. I dig it. $32.2. Can you break 32.2 though, bud? Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Thinking. Oh, we might have disconnected at some point. Maybe not. Our connection's been great since the ISP came out. That's been nice. But I see our viewers started trickling. See, they don't. Oh, we still have 600-ish. We haven't hit 690 likes yet for the 690 goal. That's okay. What's funny with this trade setup, because we have a long on Ethereum and a short on Bitcoin, is we actually benefit more now from price going down than up. Even though at one point we were only long, Now down is the favored for this position. I might have picked the wrong horse. Might have picked the wrong horse here. I just liked the Ethereum trade setup. If you guys didn't watch that video I put out the other day, might be worth the watch. Just saying, might be worth the watch. It was a good one. It was only 2 minutes long. As I say, my shorts, my content, the shorts, unless you're okay with like memes and silly stuff, don't watch them. Don't watch the shorts. But my videos that are short is like a short video is the one that has the portrait ratio, not the landscape portrait, like on your phone scrolling TikTok style. But this short video that's not a short because it's portrait. I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you haven't watched it, maybe you should. This was I didn't actually say in this video. There we go. I'll pin this one. I didn't actually say that I was going to take a position in this video. It's just supposed to be brief and to the point. But in that video, if you watch it, you'll be able to figure out the reasoning behind this trade and the reasoning why I went long on it. I don't usually long Ethereum. Come on, 5. Keep going, buddy. You're so close. You're so close. Man yells at chart live. Beautiful 10-minute waves. Beautiful 15-minute waves. Beautiful 30-minute waves. Beautiful 45-minute waves. 45 could be about to give us the LFG fam signal, man. Money flow is right there on the 45. It's held its lows. It's held a low. It's held 2 lows. It's held 3 lows. It's held 4 lows. And correspondingly has broken 1, 2, 3, 4 highs. Right now, it's inching its way. It's just flirting. Flirting with that 6th high. That's a bully. That's a bully 45-minute if it does. If it can break that money flow high, it's a bully 45-minute. Hourly lagging just slightly behind, but you can see even momentum refuses to go lower. We got some interesting chart setup, man. And the 2-hour, the beast. Look at this. We could see that, and that would kind of poop on the parade. But look at this money flow, dude. It's just straight up. It's almost the exact opposite of what we saw on the daily here. The daily is just straight down. Just beginning to maybe give us a reversal. We had no signs of reversal. 0 signs of reversal in the last 2-3 streams. 0. And I told you how it is. I didn't sugarcoat it. I told you how it was. Looks like crap. Now we're starting to see some potential. Now we're starting to see it. Nothing is guaranteed. Let's see. Back to your 618. Something like that. Nothing's guaranteed, but we went from nothing looks good, I don't see any positive signs on this chart, to we're starting to see some positive signs on the chart. Maybe a little brief recap for people just tuning in or people who have never seen this channel before. There is problems still, though. Even if we have a lot of great signs, we look at this chart and we have a lot of ground to make up. We have back here just about 37.7. Actually, I want to see, can I change my crosshair? A minute. How did I get that to happen? Grid lines, background, scale lines, crosshair. Here we go, baby. Boom. Oh, that's so much better. I can't believe I've been a chode this whole time streaming without. Oh my god. Wow, that's so much better. Why have I never done this? I'm a failure. All right, so like all the way up here. So even if we make it to 37.7, 38K, we're still not out of the woods. That's what's rough about this position. We could see a lot more upside. We could see it all the way up to 37.7, and we're still like on a macro level, we've gone nowhere. We're not out of a downtrend, even at 37.7. Then above that, we have like 48 still. This number that has actually been very good to us over the time. I guess that's moved down to 46.9. So like, here's basically what I'm saying for people who haven't been around. You have this big fall. You can make it all the way back. All the way back to 37.7 and then fall again. You've had your kind of dead cat bounce and you fall again. So you're not out of the woods at 37.7. And unfortunately, you're really still not out of the woods even all the way up here just under 48K. The market has created a setup where it's trapping money out. You can make it all the way up to 47.2, 47.3, whatever, 48, maybe you could call it. And this is actually the scariest. If we move directly back up to 48 and all of a sudden sellers come in, this gets very similar to March 2020. If you see a rejection from there, that is how you get a nasty fall. Nasty, nasty fall. Like sub 20 fall. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but I'm just kind of being a transparent. Charts are charts. I want this chart to go up, but charts are charts. And so that's how it is. In fact, like even the most local retracement right here says we need to see 33.6. 33.6 and like we're back to our like very local golden pocket. Looks like this. Oop. Looks like this. So we have a lot of room. We have a lot of room to the upside before we're out of the woods. A lot of room. That's why I'm definitely looking to keep a calculated hedge position or open. I guess I technically have one started here, though it is underwater 20%. Overall, we're up a little bit though with our long. Looking for a calculated hedge, man. I think Bitcoin, I'll tell you, you don't have to like this. You don't have to agree with me to be here because TA doesn't change based on what I want or what I think, but I don't think this cycle's over. It is possible 25K was the low and that we're going to see 69K break. That would be the second pattern we discussed at the beginning of this episode. 2 hours to go on the 4, so that means the 2 hour just closed. Excellent. 2 hour closed, 3 waning momentum candles. Money flow trending up. I like this. Let's get these arrows off like the hourlies. We don't need them. Ooh, I owe some subscribers some shout outs, baby. Benjamin Cohen would like a word with that one. I love Benjamin Cohen, man. I was on DCA, I think last month or earlier this month. I love Benjamin Cohen. I love the way he thinks. Here's the thing you're going to find is people who are talented or have experience with technical analysis, they don't tend to always agree with each other. And the sign of someone who is a very talented technical analyst is that that's okay. They're okay with that. Benjamin Cohen and I don't have to agree all the time. In fact, it's fun when we don't. But I respect the crap out of him. Man knows what he's doing. So Nicholas Darce, thanks for subscribing. Zilton, Ibrahim Vox, Crypto Financial Freedom Journey, Lick Wilfredo Nanita, Tomas Skippers Tunis, Ethan Breckenridge, Mercutio Bernota. Those are some weird, not weird names. Those are some hard to say names. Thanks for subscribing, guys. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're here live pretty much daily, every other day. Live trading, showing our trades, showing our losses, showing our wins, showing our entries, our ads, our levels. None of it's financial advice. Don't follow my trades. That's all I can say. I lose. I'm not always right. Andre, my man, with the 140 ZAR. I don't know what ZAR are, but thank you, man. What's up, Mr. Crown? Missed you the last couple of days. Missed you guys. That's why I'm back. It's good to have you. I missed you. I can't go too long without streaming, but the last live stream was our 3-year anniversary of this channel. So I took a little vacay, like a 2-day break. It's good to be back. It's like $10. Hey, whatever it is, man. It's the thought that counts. I appreciate you. Yes, I trade on I only chart on the logarithmic chart. And so if you're using Fibonacci and you are using a regular chart, you are going to find our retracements are different and our extensions are different. You'll find it. I don't know if that's like my secret. That's why I'm good at this or not. I don't know. That's just how I learned to do it. That's how I started. It works for me. That's what I was saying, kind of going back to that Benjamin Cohen comment. Him and I assume, do very different analysis. But we do, I would say we come to the same conclusions often. There is no one way to trade. There's no single correct way. Everyone trades different. And at the end of the day, it's what works for you. It doesn't have to be what works for me. You can trade totally differently and be successful. But that would be why, if you want to use the regular chart, you can. I honestly do recommend the logarithmic chart for crypto. And here, I can show you why. I can show you why right now. No, that doesn't have enough history. I'll show you why right now in 2 seconds, in this brief explanation. So, on log, this is Coinbase. I can see all of the price action. You see all the price action. If I put this on not log, the chart's mostly just a flat line, which you really can't see. I'll move it up. Most of the chart's just a flat line. That's not helpful. As Bitcoin grows higher, because I have no doubt in my mind, doesn't mean you have to feel this way, but I have zero doubt in my mind that Bitcoin will break 69K. I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm not even really saying this year, but it will. I have no doubt. And what's going to keep happening to this chart then is more and more of it is just going to keep being that flat line. And eventually, just like all the other rallies, this will just be a flat line. And how is that useful data? It's not. It just isn't. So I prefer logarithmic. That's my reasoning. You don't have to agree with me. I think that was a good learning opportunity, though. Good learning lesson. Good op. Boom. Didn't quite make it back to the 618 yet. What's up, Edgar Loviniti? DJG009. Chartist Crypto. I love Doctor Who. I heard they're finally getting rid of the current Doctor and bringing on, I think maybe David Tennant's going to come back. Something. Maybe there's more than one Doctor or something. I don't know. I'm ready. I don't want to get too political about doctors, but I do love the show. I have not enjoyed the last like 2 seasons. I really didn't watch them. I watched a few and I was like, I don't vibe. But I'm ready for the new Doctors, man. So right on. Thomas. Suppy. Good name. Handsome name. Nicholas Darst. What's up, my dude? All right. Exterminate. Exterminate. The Doctor. Exterminate. I love that. I love it, man. I'm a nerd. I love Doctor Who. I haven't watched any Star Wars stuff in a while, but I've loved Star Wars. Love video games. Haven't played so many video games. Been doing more charting than video gaming lately. I'm a nerd. I'm just like a dude. I'm just like a regular dude, man. I like to put on a show because Tom Crown, that's like the brand. And I want to live up to that person. I want to live up to the brand. But yeah, no, if you ever hear me like being cocky or anything, it's like that's not who I am. I'm just for show. I rarely am, I think. If ever. But what I think about Luna Classic, I think Luna Classic's dead. I almost never say the word dead in crypto. Am I long or short? Technically, I'm both, but I'm actually heavier short. Much love. Bruce Wayne Jr., Batman's son. This music playlist, there isn't a playlist. I get asked this a lot. So here's where the music comes from. This is it. It's called Pretzel Player. You can see here. It is not copyrighted music. And the music you hear is just the station I've created over the years, thumbsing stuff up. And I don't know if there's actually a way to export the playlist. So like I can go to stations and you'll see this is like my liked station. Where is this? This is great if you're streaming or if you just like the music, I guess. What's up, Sayafik? Kazmi, BinUX. Good to have you guys. Thanks for jumping on. Make sure to jump in the Discord, smash the likes, enable notifications, you know, all that jazz. For some reason, it's not showing me my dang playlist. Can I get to my playlist? Here we go. Like tracks. So there's 200 songs. This is about 10 hours. But I don't think there's a way to export the playlist. Sorry. I wish there was. People ask me that all the time. I'm long and short, though, to answer that question. We're heavier short, though. We're heavier short. Our short position is larger, so we are actually losing. Ooh, earthquake. We're actually losing P&L as price moves up on Bitcoin. Oops. There was my awesome. Shout out to Market Cipher call. Follow me on Twitter. How long have we been live? 2 hours and 10 minutes, boys. You know what that means. You know what that means. This has been a great show. You've all been awesome. We've had a ton of viewers, ton of subscribers. Make sure you're in the Discord. Check out the links in the video description below. Our sponsors. Again, honestly, this isn't even part of our agreement or whatever for the sponsorship on Phemex, but I just put this together. Phemex is KYC optional. Don't break the law in your country, but KYC optional. Let's put it out there. They do have an earn program. So if you're locked out of like BlockFi and Celsius, you still get 11% on Tether, 7.5 on USDC. They have derivatives, spot, Market Cipher. I've been slaying it all episode using it. So I got to shout them out as we wrap it up. We have had a nice stream. We didn't actually have any trades fill, but we've sniped the price action. I'm going to say we did some sniping. And I can tell already, as usual, the minute I end this live stream, Bitcoin is going to make a move. That's just tradition. So thanks for being here. Tune in tomorrow when we'll be live. We'll be live again tomorrow. And hell, actually, if we see a move towards 35,000 before the end of the day, before May ends, we'll be live again. So turn on your notifications so you don't miss it. That'd be hella spicy. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Crown out.